Good evening, guys. Can you hear me, please? Good evening, everyone. We're not going to be too long here. If you can hear me, please type in the comments. Good evening. Good evening. If you can hear me, please type so that we can proceed immediately. We don't want to waste time today. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Thank you, Chidema, for responding. Okay. So we're not going to waste too much time. If you're just joining, type in the comment for me. Because I can see that we are five. I have 5 people watching me right now. Oh, you can hear me. Mercy. Thank you. I know some people will still come late. When you're following somebody, someone that gives you information, you don't even need to be told. You don't need any prior notice. Whenever you see that person online, you need to run to hear what the person has to say, right? I know I did not schedule this live stream, but I have to pass this information to you before I forget. Not like I wanted to do a live stream, not like I had the strength, but I'm just going to get it done. Right. So, like the thumbnail says, Finland needs cooks, workers, waitress and waiters. I had to title it that way so that I'll grab your attention. Okay. So in this live stream, I'm going to be explaining to you in detail what this pathway is about, how to go about it, and yeah, everything you need to know about it. And I'm also going to give you some, let me give you some piece of couple of let me just jog your memory. um I've had some of my subscribers denied visas to the UK lately. Yeah, they're charity worker visas. I'm not saying you should not go to come to the UK. I'm not saying you should stop your dream about moving to the UK, but you can also try other routes. Okay, you can check other routes. Education is there. I know that some of you are concerned about the money, but you can find a way to get a loan. You can find a way to go for scholarships. You can go to countries in Europe that don't, even there are vocational schools in Europe that you don't need to pay money for your studies. All you need to do is to pay for your visa and make sure you have money to support yourself. Hi, the holding space. Thank you. Please, could you regulate the live stream for me? I forgot to tell what's her name? Forgot to tell Mary. Just regulate it for me. Um, okay. So those are the pathways you should look at. Study route. Okay. So for today's live stream, give me a minute, guys. So today's live stream is about a pathway that can land you in Finland. Yes, it will land you in Finland. There's no upper age limit. And it's a study route. But hear me out. It's a study route. I've seen your comment on WhatsApp regarding upper age limit. There is no upper age limit, and you're not paying any tuition fees for this one. All you're going to make sure is that you have your accommodation, I mean, your living expenses. You make sure you have the funds to support yourself while you're there. But for tuition, no. So when I saw the opportunity, I said I must share it with you. For those of you that have interest in studying but you do not have the fund, I think you should try this one out. And another reason I'm sharing it now is because the deadline, the application window is really slim. Okay, so whether you qualify or not, whether you have the required certificates and documents, if you apply late, you will not be considered. So I'm making this live stream today so that you can gather your documents. You guys know that I help people secure admissions and I charge them for it. But that will not stop me from sharing these opportunities with you people if it comes up. So you have to do this yourself. Do the application. Ah, thank you, Mary, for coming. Thank you. So you have to do this application yourself. Gather your document as we're going to look at it now. You gather all your necessary documents. Keep them handy. Application begins from the 17th of November. People that need to get their transcripts, everything, you start gathering them. So that's why I'm sharing. You don't need to pay tuition for this one. It's a vocational program. You don't need to pay tuition. Just make sure you have your living expense, your living funds, living expenses. How do they call it again? Yeah, make sure you have money to support yourself. If you're going with your family, make sure you have money to support yourself and your family. So let's get started. Let's dive in. Please like this live stream, share with friends and family. If you're not interested, share with someone. Okay, you don't know who you're going to help out there. Share this video right now as I'm talking. Just share it with somebody. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen to show you. So as I'm calling it, please type it down and go to Google and search for it, because even if I copy the link to you, you will not be able to click on it. It's not clickable. Yeah. Are we ready? Let me see your reactions. Are we ready for this opportunity? Are we even interested in this opportunity? I can't see your comments. Are we interested? Are we interested? I've seen a couple of you asking me about scholarships and study routes, even though you don't have money. Are you interested in this one? You don't need to pay any money. All you need to do is to make sure that you have money to support yourself while you're there. Are we still here? I know we are only 5, but Annie Joy, what do you mean? Can anyone apply? What do you mean? Can anybody apply? Please, um, type in the comment. What do you mean? Can anybody apply? Or can anybody apply? If you're talking about age limit, there's no upper age limit. Miracle, hi Peter, how are you? Peter, I know that we are doing application for you. If these opportunities come up, don't fail to apply. You don't know which one will click for you. Okay? Don't just watch the video for watching sake. Make sure that you are applying as well while we wait for the one we are doing for you. Um Chinasa, there's no upper age limit, okay? So those that are 45, even if you're 100, there's still no upper age limit. You can apply. You can apply. Okay, we're gonna share my screen now. Let me take you guys there. Yeah, don't put your eggs in one basket. That's the problem we're having. Just Messi. Hold on, let me share my screen and let's go to the school's website so you can see for yourself. Keep any question you've got. Yeah, please, can you see my screen? Mary, please respond because this your people. Typing is very difficult for them. Can you see my screen, Mary? Mm, I'm sure you guys can see my screen. So this is the school here. It's called Vamia. Vamia.fin. It's a vocational school in Finland. All right. Um on this page, they've I just had to go straight to the international forum, okay, for international applicants. Information for it, how to apply for international applicants. There's no point going all the way back to the other pages. I believe people in Finland can find their way around. That's why I went straight to the international page. On this page, they've compiled essential information for international applicants, okay, on how to apply page. Meanwhile, they said they're still planning the tuitions and fees for the students from outside the EU and EA area at the moment. And this is because application is starting by the 17th of November. You guys remembered during my intro, I told you that I'm sharing this information now to enable you gather the documents you need. People that have been processing their school admissions, when you start telling them, oh, mama, I haven't requested for my transcript and all of that, and we've already started their school application, it takes them weeks to get it, and that delays the whole thing. So you have like a month from now. Today is the 17th of October. You have a month from today to gather your documents. If you I know some people in my group that don't even have passports. You want to travel, no passport. So this time will allow you get your passport, your transcript, every all your educational certificates, everything you need. You can gather them within this space of see where favorite went to on TikTok. Thank you, favorite. You went all the way to TikTok. Thank you. Anyway. So yeah, that's the reason I'm sharing it early. There's no point sharing this information when it's already 2 days. Favorite, as you're listening, I know you're doing your skill application. Please feel free to apply to this one. Any scholarship opportunity we share, feel free to apply. Okay, because if you get a cheaper option, why not? Good evening. If you get a cheaper option, why not? Is it not better? Okay. So guys, okay. Yeah, it's Vamia Vocational School. Vamia. It's in Finland. Um yeah, it says please carefully read through the information on this web page. Information about necessary attachments, requirements, application periods, etc. are mentioned here. We offer instruction for international students in the English language. Okay, so don't be scared about Finnish language. Available training programs for international students include cook and waiter. So this school also offer the mechanist and platter welder. But for next year, they are not going to do it next year. They're not offering this to international students. They're only going to offer it to um, Finnish students, okay, or EU and EA students. So for international students, they are looking for cook and waitress for next start August 2026. And the application period is from, okay, it's only in November actually. November 17th, 18th, 19th. It's 4 days, guys. The application win. The reason this thing is very, very short is because a lot of people get into this school and it's quite affordable. So 4 days to do this application. Am I doing anything wrong by sharing this information now? You don't want to start your application and you have only 4 days. You don't have anything. You don't have your transcript. You don't have nothing. You haven't collected your degree certificate from your school. You haven't collected anything. That's why I'm sharing it now. Gather all your information. Gather all your information. Gather all your certificates. Gather all your documents now. Application window is 4 days. If you miss it, you've missed it. But if you want to go to Finland, if you want to move to Finland in 2026, you have just these 4 days in November to do this for yourself. Moving on, um, it says, please note, we do not disclose specific scoring models. We do not have the capacity to assist or guide. Yeah, you're going to do the application yourself once the application is open. Then the most important part says we do not charge tuition fees for our vocational qualifications. Note, however, please note that living and housing costs in Finland are quite high. Make sure you have sufficient financial resources for your studies. I don't think it will be higher than paying a tuition fee in Canada. There's no way accommodation will be higher than paying a tuition, or even either Canada, Australia, or UK. So if you get into this school, you find a way to pay your living and housing costs. You will find a way to do it, right? Am I making sense, guys? Am I making sense? If you find your way into Finland without paying tuition fees, can't you manage and pay your living and housing costs? Can't you do it? Anyway, for entry requirements, equal grounds shall be applied in students' admissions. Vet providers um, decide on the criteria for their student admissions and on entrance examination and aptitude test. For general requirements at Vania, you have the necessary qualifications for studying in the field and completing a degree. You have an educational need. You are motivated to study. You are suitable for the tasks in the field. You have sufficient health requirement for the chosen field. You have adequate language proficiency for the field. Specific requirements for English vocational qualification programs. They accept applicants of all nationalities into their English language education qualification programs. And you have to be at least 18 years of age when studies start. There is no upper age limit. You have at least qualification equivalent to finish basic education of 9 years. You will need scan or photo of your original certificates when you apply. You see what I was talking about, getting your, what's that thing called again? Your degree certificates and all those other certificates. You need the original copies. Scan or photo of your original certificates. So you need to get them now. It takes quite some time to get your certificate from your universities. So you have the time to do it now. In case they're on holiday, I don't know. Or you have the time to do it now. Thank you so much, Favorite, for the likes. Please, people on YouTube, tap your screen. Tap your screen. If you're watching me on TikTok, tap your screen. Okay. Original certificates in English, Finnish, or Swedish are accepted. Translated certificates in English, blah blah blah, are accepted. Okay. You have successfully completed the English language proficiency test. Note, there's no IELTS in this one. All you need is to complete the Duolingo English test, which you can download. I think that you download it on your phone or and complete the test. Forgotten how they were doing it during one application we did some time ago. So you don't need IELTS. You just need to pass this Duolingo with at least the minimum score required by the school. Okay, and you must have a valid passport. You cannot complete the application period. You cannot complete application after the application period has closed. Even if one meets all the requirements, it does not guarantee selection for the program. So, requirement for you to be able to get a resident permit first. Bye, love. Bye. See you soon. Sorry, guys. First, you're going to be able to get the resident permit first if you're selected to study the program in Finland from this school. You have enough funds for your living expenses on your account to be presented for the immigrations office, and you can find more information on the Finnish immigration website, which I'll leave on the description of this video, of this live stream. If you're watching us on TikTok, you can go to our YouTube, Dolphin Travels, to come see us live. Meanwhile, I'll leave the link to the Finnish Immigration Service website on the description of this live stream. So after the live stream, you can go to the description to see the relevant links. All the links that we're going to mention today, I'll leave them there for you. Application period, like I mentioned, is 17th to 21st of November. Okay, 4 days. This is hot cake. Only 4 days. Am I mistaken? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, 5 days. 5 days, yeah, to do this application, and they will close it for cook, waiter, and waitress, and which is for vocational programs starting in August. Then they have another set, April 2026, for the same cook, waiter, and waitress starting in 2027. They also have another batch, November 2026, starting in August 2027. So they have yeah, the one they are going to do next month is for, yeah. So if you're ready, start gathering your things. All the certificates or qualifications that I mentioned for the requirements, you can go and gather them now. Okay. Then when you look at the Finnish Immigration Service website, you check the requirements as well for students. You still gather them because you need these things. You need all of them, but you don't want to be rushed. Okay. For English proficiency test, I've said it before, you need to have a valid Duolingo test, Duolingo English test. The test is valid for 2 years. Okay, the test score will be submitted to the application. That's why I said you have enough time, 1 month, to gather everything. 1 month. And guys, when you people start complaining, if it is a school that requires IELTS, or if it is a country that requires IELTS, all of you will be complaining. The score is 7.0. This is something you want to do for yourself. Are you even doing this for me? You're not doing this for me. You have 4 people on TikTok. Please tap your screen for me, guys. You're doing this for yourself and for your family, and you're complaining about high score of IELTS. Why not go and study and pass it? Oh, study, guys. Okay, so you need to score 85 points. That's the minimum score, 85 points. So after this live stream, I'll leave everything on the description. Go and check them out. Like one of my subscribers that recently moved to the UK, what she used to do is she would write down everything and start ticking them as she goes. So you write everything down and be ticking them the way anyone you get, anyone you accomplish, you tick it down. So you go and take it down. You need to pass this Duolingo English test and score at least 85 points. I will also leave the link to the Duolingo English test on the description as well. So you register for the Duolingo English language test on this link. Then you choose Vamia as your school. You need to choose Vamia as your school first to write this Duolingo. Don't just go and write any Duolingo like that. No, you choose Vamia as your school, save the language test certificate file, and then attach it to the application. English language test is part of their scoring system and therefore it cannot be waived. They do not accept any other language test, diplomas or qualifications as proof of language skills. And then due to the high volume of emails regarding this matter, they are unable to respond to inquiries related to this. It is very clear. If you come to this page, it is very clear. Everything you need to know is packed here. Okay. Application procedure. The application to the programs in English is done through the studyinfo.fi website. The qualification form will be activated when the application period begins. A direct link to the application form will be found at the end of this page when the application starts. So everything you need is on this page. Even after this live stream, you save it. You can set your reminder to be the 16th of November so that even I trust somebody here. Mary, even midnight we're chatting. She's asking, Mama, how do I do this? She's, when you say someone is up and doing, she's up and doing. So you can set a reminder for 16th of November. Midnight, as midnight now, 12 a.m. of 17th of November. You start your application. At least be among the first to submit application. As after you must have gathered all the certificates that I listed here first. Okay. It is not possible to complete the application outside the application period, which means you only need 5 days to do this application. The 6th day, you will never be able to apply again until next year. The applications you're even going to do next year will now be for entrance in 2027. That is, and I know you don't want that. If you have missed Jackbaring this 2 months left, let next year be your target. Don't go and waste it till 2027. It's too long. It's not possible. Okay, we've said that. Okay, interesting part. There's no application fee. Very right, kids. You know how much you paid for your school application? Yes, I charge money to do application for you. That's because we do not just apply for one school. We will keep applying until your luck shines. It's not all the school that accepts people. We'll keep applying. We don't just apply for one, and if that one fails, we leave it there. No, we'll keep applying to different schools until we secure admission for you. But this program charges you nothing. There is no application fee. Fill out the application form accurately. Upload all documents while the application period is on. It is recommended to use PDF files if the documents are scanned. Thank you for the follow. Yes. Favorite kids, I remember you sent me a picture of something like that. I have to tell you to scan it. Yes. Don't send screenshots or pictures. You place your certificate on a table, take a picture, crop it, and send. No. Make sure you convert it to PDF. Okay. Even if it is a scanned copy, don't let them send it to you. Don't let them send your scanned copy to you by like Bluetooth or WhatsApp. No, let them convert it to PDF and send it to you. Favorite kids, if you're talking about this one, you don't really need your transcript. And again, your transcript, you've applied for your transcript, requested for it since it was it last week. Yeah, but this application is starting in November 17th. So you still have time. Even if they ask for transcripts, you still have time. So are you not on our WhatsApp? You're on our WhatsApp. Are you not on our YouTube? You should be there. So go there after the live stream. Go to the description. You'll get all the links so that you can sit down. I like sharing this type of things during weekend because likewise likewise me, I like to rest. Like to sleep. I sleep I don't like waking up early weekends. So I use that time to cross check, think about how the week went and plan ahead. So you have the time to go through the application, the requirements, the procedures, everything over the weekend. And then you start gathering them ahead of November 17th. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense. Um YouTube, are you people hearing me? Because this YouTube is so quiet. Are you guys here or you're sleeping? Because people on TikTok are actually responding. Anyway, let's just finish this because I'm actually tired. Um, okay. So you upload all documents like I mentioned, use PDF files. Work or employment certificate is not mandatory. Favorite kids, work or employment certificate is not mandatory. And you do not need a motivational letter for the application. Guys, this is so simple. They simplified it. It's like secondary school application. Okay, you don't need a motivational letter, you don't need employment certificate for this one. You will be notified by an email. Okay, let's read this. Okay, guys, pay very very close attention. You're going to attach the following documents to the application: school certificate, work certificate or employment certificate. It says it's not compulsory anyway. um okay, your Duolingo test result, copy of your passport, and then you don't need to include in the application bank information, health information, letters of recommendation. You don't need to include them in the application. Um, you will be notified by an email from no reply at, okay, when the application has been received. The applicants who receive the highest scores based on the application, in addition to scoring, we also consider the diversity of the applicant group in the selection process. We will be invited to Teams interview approximately 40 to 50 applicants. This is so competitive because it's affordable, it's cheap. You don't need to break a bank for this one. So if you make it, if you're selected, you'll be invited to Teams interview. Okay. The final student selection will be made based on the interviews. They will select the most suitable candidate for the field. They will select 20 to 25 students per each vocational program. The admission results will be announced approximately 2 to 3 months after the application period is closed, and you will all be informed whether you're selected or not. An admission letter will be sent to the selected new student. The admission letter includes information about the health document and how to apply for the resident permit. Note: start applying for a residence permit as soon as you receive information of your study place. In some countries, applying can take many months. How to get a student resident permit in Finland. Okay, you can see the video here. Visit a doctor in your home country to get the health documents that we require. Before coming to Finland, send the results of laboratory test, X-ray of lungs, thorax. Note that you should not send the X-ray photographs and doctor statement to school nurse. Okay, beginning of studies. Approximately 2 months before the studies begin, the new students will receive an email about the start of the studies. Arrive to Finland well in time before the studies begin. The first week will include orientation, blah, blah, blah. For students in restaurants and catering services, the following test is obligatory. Salmonella, the test will be conducted at the beginning of the studies. And the link to the application will be here. Is this one, but it will be active on the from the 17th to 21st November. Guys, I don't know why sometimes I'll be more excited than the people that need this. Or should I say I cry more than the bereaved sometimes. Yeah, this is amazing. Okay. I want someone from this group to land this is a dream come true. I want somebody to land it. Okay, where you have to move to Finland with just your living expenses. Your living expenses, not paying tuition. You're not paying application fee. When you're paying tuition, it means you have to have big money in your bank account as a proof of fund. Yeah. But now you don't need it. You don't need it. So I'm excited for you. So I went to the Finnish government immigration website. Um, after you get, if you're selected from the school, you're going to then apply for your resident permit. So you can visit this immigration website to know more about residence permits in Finland. And I believe the school can help you as well. They will direct you to the right path. So here it says, why do you want to move to Finland? Then you select the right option for you. I'll have a study place in Finland. Yeah, you select this option. I have a study place in Finland. So you come here and read the necessary requirements and the fees that you need to pay. If you need to pay any money, you can come and check them out. Or maybe in another video, I can maybe discuss about it. But here it says you will usually need a residence permit to study in Finland for longer than 90 days. If you arrive in Finland to study for longer than 90 days, you will need to apply for a residence permit. If your studies will take maximum of 90 days, you should apply for a visa. Finnish missions, embassies, or consulates make independent decisions on issuing visas. So you guys are not going for just 90 days is 3 months now, okay? So you're going for residence permit. Yeah, you can go and look at that yourself. All the necessary links will be in the description of this live. Well, I'm done now. Let's talk. If you have any question, drop it for me in the comments. If you have any question, drop it. I've mentioned get your passport. I remember before I moved to the UK, I traveled to Dubai just to we call it just to put a stamp on my passport instead of just traveling moving to the UK with a new passport. We had to just fly to Dubai. So I don't know why some people don't have passports and you're on my channel. You're even on the WhatsApp group of about 1,000 plus people looking. You're just there staring. You don't have a passport. They'll share video, you will not watch, you will not comment, you will not like, you will not even apply. Because why? You don't even have a passport. Why? Like, why are you on my channel? Heaven help those who help themselves. If you're here to sleep, you just go. When you see my video, you just go. Go. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you want to travel, you don't have passport. I'm not saying if you have money because money is hard to get. Favorite kids. Thank you so much because I mean, do you know how many likes you've given me on TikTok? Thank you. I appreciate, you know. I'm not saying if you have money, you don't need to really have money in your account. Because yeah, because you know get them. You don't really need to. Or passports and other necessary documents that you need to have. You have to wait until you land the job before you get your degree certificate from your school. You don't need to do that. So you have 1 month. And I want to hear good news. You see me, I follow people up so much. If I see your how eager you are, I, like if I see your effort, I follow you up. I follow you up. Mary does not fail to apply, even if that one does not even interest her, she will still do the application. That's why maybe I've shared this link with her since last week. As I'm getting it, I'm sharing it with her, you know, because she's eager. And that's what counts. So please gather all the documents. You see the relevant links in the description. Um, use it for your own good. Visit them, gather the documents you need. Okay. With Amanda, check the description. Visit the website, gather everything. You already have your transcript now that I forced you to get. And even if it's not for this vocational school that we talked about, any other school that is in abroad that is not from your country, you must submit a transcript. There's no two ways about it. Because it is your transcript that actually proves that you studied that course that you said you studied in your school. So yeah, you must have it. You must provide it. But although some universities want you to send it to them, when I applied, I moved, I don't think I sent my transcript to my uni. I can't remember, but I know I still have an envelope of my transcript because the lady that did it for me also gave me. She had to deliver it by post to me, but I don't remember sending it to my school. Some schools won't ask of it, like they won't ask of it, but you need to get it. Because if you're applying through me, it means you're applying through an educational board, which is different. We're already partnering with the school that we are helping you get. So they would require us submitting your transcript. It's quite different. But if you're going to apply to the school straight yourself directly, they might request you asking your school to send it to them. But if they don't ask you to send it to them, still get it. Maybe next time I'll show you guys. My own came in an envelope. I still have it till today. In case. So even if your school don't ask of it, don't just travel all the way to Finland, all the way to the US without your transcript. And when the school wakes up and says, "Oh, time you did your school application, we didn't see any transcript from you. Can you get it for us? You're ready all the way." Then you have to send someone to go to your school to get it for you. So before we round off this live stream, don't put your eggs in one basket when it comes to relocation. Most people will not be able to travel this year because this year is almost over. Our target now is next year. And now is the best time to start planning yourself. If you have tried charity, it's not working. You tried skilled work, it's not working. Start looking for vocational schools that can take you in Europe where you don't have to pay a lot of money. Start looking for cheap schools. You're not just, you're not just studying, going for masters or to go and do cook and waitress studies just because you love doing it. You already know how to cook, but you're doing it because it's just your way of, you know what I mean. That's the fastest way for you to go. So it doesn't really mean that you have to now become after your studies and you get a job as a cook or a waitress or a waiter. Now all win now win. All win now win. You how I mean, why do you think people decide to move to the UK on a charity visa to go and do a free work for 1 year instead of thank you, favorite kids. Instead of going to a different country where they will start working and making hundreds and thousands of dollars, they will choose to come to the UK and become volunteers. It's because it's just the only means they've had. I mean, the last option, the last resort for them. The lady from Cameroon, I was really following her up, and I got that very sad news today that she was denied visa. Someone that is even coming for charity work, or now she will still work tire, you know. Now she will work tire, yet they denied her with flimsy reasons they gave. Then I told her why not appeal. She said no, it's expensive, it will take a lot of time. In fact, she's changing routes now to another country. I said that's the spirit. When people say IELTS is score, um, New Zealand is starting the new route from December 10th of is it 8th of December. They have some new routes coming up. Teachers as well are wanted over there. And some of you say, I don't have they say IELTS score must be 7,777 in everything. Are you doing me? You're not doing me. You're not doing me. If it's IELTS score band 7 that will make you to move to New Zealand with your family, why not? Why not I go and hustle, study? I can't even tell you guys how I passed my IELTS once, even though I didn't need it. I only needed my degree for my master's. Well, that time, these informations we get on YouTube was not there. This immigration videos, I didn't see them. I didn't see them on YouTube. The only videos I watched was past IELTS questions and the books they sent to me after registration, and I also paid for look, I paid for intensive 1 week class. It was in Enugu anyway. Intensive class for just 6 days. I went there. No, you don't need IELTS. I'm just talking generally. I'm rounding up now for people that are in people that want to move to other countries like Canada, New Zealand, Australia. IELTS is just the problem. IELTS is just the problem. So guys, do yourself a favor, okay? Sit up, sit up. Yeah. Um. So before I end this live stream, I posted a video 2 days ago. Was it yesterday about how to volunteer through ICYE, which I noticed that. Thank you for the follow. Which I noticed that most people did not even see the video. regardless of understanding what happened in that video, except for one person. Yeah. If you open Nigerian website, you will see you will not be able to send that message there. We tried it, I and Mary and myself. You will not be able to send a message. So what we did was to find their was it Mary, was it their email address? Their phone number, I believe. And Mary sent all the information, the information they left on the screen, your state, local government, and what have you. Mary sent it to the phone number and they responded. Yeah, they responded to the text. So they told her that, in fact, guys, they have their office in Lagos, live office. If you want to go there, you can go there and visit them. The only limitation I have is because I'm not in Nigeria, because there are some offices I need to visit myself if I did there. So their office is in Lagos. They even advised Mary to visit their office if she wants. So you can visit their office in Lagos to make your inquiry about this. They agreed to, yeah, they said they send people overseas and people come as well. But again, you have to pay the cost. You have to sponsor yourself. You have to pay the fees. And so I'm just mentioning it because I've seen some of you tell me, oh ma'am, I want to sponsor myself. If it comes to that, I'll sponsor myself. If you can't sponsor yourself, fine, go to their office. Can't even call them on the phone. Go to their physical location. Everything you're doing should be documented. Like me, I'm not a party to people getting scammed or anyway. I hate it. I hate it. So if you can go to their physical location, it will be nice. Okay. Visit them. Let them tell you these things they sent to Mary. So you hear it from the horse's mouth. They will tell you the fees that you need to pay, the international fees you need to pay. It's not that much, oh, but I can't mention it on this live stream because I'm not in partnership with them. So I'm just saying, if you feel you want to go to, it was UK that maybe chose. I don't know. You can volunteer in the UK, New Zealand, Austria, Germany, Finland, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa. So you can volunteer in up to 10 or 15 countries thereabouts. So do your research about the country you want to volunteer in, then you go and visit them. If you are in Lagos, at least people in Lagos should go. Maybe Mary will go for us. People in Lagos should go. If you have the money to sponsor yourself, visit their location. Let them tell you these things that I'm saying now. Okay, I'm telling you based on the text Mary got from them. Okay, so don't just think that that video was useless. No, it isn't useless. You can visit their location. At least we got something. Mary, this is my able admin. Mary is very active. She had to. It was around midnight that we were trying. I tried to, apply. I tried to send that message, it wasn't going. And she was even the one that spotted it. But I shared that video on the members first. So she's a member. She saw the video and she couldn't send the message. She wrote me around 12. I said, I couldn't send the message. And then we started trying other ways. So they responded to her immediately, telling her they listed everything, that she needs to pay and how it works. But since Mary no get the money, we are not doing that. So I'm just saying, if you're interested, visit their physical location. They are there. Okay, they are there. Visit them. And for other countries, it's not much. They just have a few African countries participating in this program. Yeah, a few countries. Yeah, if their committee is not in your country, you will not be able to go because it's a cultural exchange. They will send someone to your country and send you to their country. You can't just jackpot like that. Okay, but there are other volunteer opportunities in Germany, like I told you guys, just that I've not had time to do anything. And I'm also going to be busy the coming week. I'm attending a conference in another location here. So if I have time, I will share them. Before I go, you guys remember that the UK has added another 82 occupations in their shortage occupations list. Yes, we'll also digest that in another video. So anywhere you see head, put head first. If you know work, you come out. Okay. Last but not least, we haven't started our charity class. I know that some of you are here. Please, I have not had time to type. Typing don't just pardon me. We've not started the charity class yet because what okay, yeah, the link for this video today, the link for everything we talked about, the links to the websites, everything will be on the description. So after the live stream, you go and click the description. You see them there. So we've not started the charity class because during my research, I found out that most charities are starting their application window by November. So I thought to myself, why do I need to start a charity master class in October? And you guys will be sending application, wasting your time when they are not accepting, when the application window is not open. It's just like, when you're throwing a ball on a wall, it bounces back to you. That's what you're going to do if we had started it this month. So I was looking at some of them, and it keeps saying we will open application for 2026 in November. In November, I even found one that gives people sponsorship, or you have to pay for everything yourself. You have to take care of yourself and all of that. But yeah, the application window is from November. So pardon me for not starting that class this month. It's for your own good. I would have loved to start it though. I would have loved to just let you begin application. I have about 2,000 plus charities, that's religious and charity organizations combined together. But if I do it, my conscience will not let me rest because you would have wasted your time. Remember, we did this master class a few months ago. So bear in mind, most charities start application from November, December, and then they will now start taking people in to come in by April next year. Yeah. So when you hear that someone got good evening, AI Famzy, when you hear that someone uh, was selected, guys, the application did not just happen that month. Because some people that were selected from my channel, these are applications that they did around January this year. you know. Yes, how might I help you? So yes, you do the application. It's like charity application is like planting and growing a seed. So you plant it now. It start germinating and growing later, later, later. That's how it works. Oh, you're new. Thank you for joining. Yeah, that's how it works. So you can't apply now and get it now and move now. No, you apply now and start waiting to hear back from them next year. And that is when you do it at the appropriate time. If you do the application when the window is open, when the application is open, then you get a better result. So I don't want us to waste our time. I hope I hope that's fine by the masterclass members. Chinasa, I hope that's okay by you because I haven't been able to respond to your messages for now. So be patient. We're starting off by November. Yeah, it depends. What parts are you interested in? Because we've said a lot. We said a lot. By the way, I'm on YouTube live stream. TikTok is just on the side. That's why I'm facing this way. Okay, you want to join the masterclass? Send me the message request now. I will send you the link. But if you're Nigerian, you can pay in Naira because I prefer people paying in Naira than going through the link to pay. And if you just send me a message request, then I can send you the link or send you, the bank details to pay. Then send you my WhatsApp number. Then we'll chat on WhatsApp and add you to the group. So the group is starting by November. We're going to work everything out, start the application again. And don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Losing hope is not part of the deal. It is not part of the deal. Getting tired of application is not part of the deal. I usually ask you guys, how many applications have you done for the week? The week is ending now. How many applications did you do? Some will say two, one. I say okay. And you want to jackba. You want to jackba with fake COS. Somebody chatted me last 2 weeks with fake charity COS, fake skilled worker COS, and I ran it through the system. I said, this thing is fake. This thing is fake. He or she called to tell me she even I don't even know if he's a he or she. The person called or the person chatted me up to tell me to tell the members in case they're interested. How? How? Please, if anybody's chatting you up from our WhatsApp, don't listen to them. You know me now. Some people say I get temper. I get this, I get that because I know they like them. So if once I enter that WhatsApp and drop bomb, everywhere explodes. That's why I'm not friendly. I just like to be. I'm not hostile in real life, but I have to be hostile there so that I'll scare away those people trying to scam people. So anybody chatting you up to give you lead to buy COS from the UK, desist from that. It's not from me, and I don't. You will not see me there now. You will not see my name. You will not see my leg. The only partnership I'm in is Tech Academy in Lagos that will help you with your what's this thing called care certificates training and placement. Okay, and the school admissions that we help you secure in different countries. Those are the two things you call me and see me, or the master classes, which I will always talk about here. Anyone I don't talk about. Some people are reaching out to my admin about NHS mentorship. I don't want to go into that mentorship because why? I'm doing my own research, and when you open them, they will still tell you uh, some qualifications they'll be asking for. You know that you right there outside cannot have it. So I don't want to deceive people for now about that. Even the Scotland that said, "Oh, I see it's going up and down everywhere that Scotland has started." Nah, Scotland is helping carers that are already in the UK. They haven't said they're going to start bringing in from outside, but I'm seeing the post all over social media. So just be still, be peaceful, and do the one you can the right way, legitimately. And I know that everything will be fine. Okay. So if you have any question, drop it before we end this live stream. Thank you so much, everyone. It was an amazing time. Before this live stream now, our latecomers will start coming in to ask me, yes, ma'am, I can hear you. Live stream that ended 2 hours ago. Thank you so much, favorite kids, for all the likes. You made my evening. It's been a long time. Yeah, Favorite kids, we didn't say much. Your network didn't do you any harm. We didn't say much. We're just rounding up now. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you guys. Thank you. It was an amazing time. Just set your alarm or your reminder. Like me, I set my reminder on my calendar so that even if I'm on my computer, it will remind me of that event. Set it. But most importantly, go through the link, okay? Gather all the documents they need you to gather and keep it handy. Keep it handy. I don't want to hear stories because I will not come and do this video again. I'm not doing this live stream again, but I can ask for updates. I like updates, so you can update us on the comment section of this live stream. After it's only 5 days, just 5 days window to do this application the right way. They said do it appropriately, no errors. Okay. I love you guys too. You guys know that. That's why I know they sleep just to find information. Okay. I don't sleep, but you will not understand. You will not understand. I didn't know that my passion would turn into this thing I'm doing. I was making videos just to be a content creator to monetize my channel normally, but at a point everything changed. It's no longer content for me. It's not like a way of life. It's now my life. Like I do like my life depends on it, and I want the best for you guys. Okay, thank you so much, amazing people. Love you guys so much. Please gather your documents, do this application genuinely. If oh bless you. If you want to join us in that charity masterclass, send me a direct message or message request on TikTok. Then I can accept and send you the, the requirement. Then I can add you to our WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group for we have a general WhatsApp group for which I've always wanted to delete. They keep saying no, leave it. But we have a charity group. Okay, that one is separate from the main group. So feel free to pay and join us now that application window is open. That's why I've not been talking about UK charity organizations anymore because I'm just saving it for the right people. Not that I don't have them, I do have them, but I'm saving them for now. So God bless you all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.